Shalom, shalom. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, love, salutations, and blessings to the house of David, which is the elect, the men, women, and children that are predestined to receive salvation and to be the first fruits of the kingdom of heaven, which is the kingdom of Israel, through their works and their faith in Yahweh Shai Mashiach. So just, another news update. All right, the plagues of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, upon Babylon the Great, as it was prophesied that the Lord was going to visit the world which he made. So you have this coming from USA Today, which came out September 11, 2020, which is 4 days ago. It says, vicious little suckers, massive clouds of mosquitoes kill cows, horses in Louisiana after Hurricane Laura. All right, and you have these hurricanes. I believe there's another hurricane coming up. I think it's Hurricane Sally, which they're saying that is supposed to bring historical flooding to the Gulf Coast. So you got all these hurricanes, these so-called natural disasters, which the scriptures tells you that the Lord has his way in the whirlwind. All right, these are ultimately the visitation of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai upon this world. All right, because the Lord said that he was going to bring the tempests, the storms, the earthquakes, the plagues, now these pestilences, which is killing off the crops down there in Louisiana. So it says swarms of mosquitoes have killed cows, deers, horses, and I didn't mean crops, I meant cattle. Swarms of mosquitoes have killed cows, deer, horses, and other livestock in Louisiana after rain from Hurricane Laura led to an explosion in pests population. All right, pests, and that's where you get the word pestilence. All right, it says thousands of mosquitoes have attacked animals as large as bulls, draining their blood and driving the massive creatures to pace in summer heat until they were exhausted. According to a Louisiana State University Ag Center veterinarian agent and press release. While recent aerial spraying efforts have helped bring the outbreak of mosquitoes under control, residents and animals in a portion of the states faced clouds of the blood-sucking insects in the days after Laura made landfall as Category 4 hurricane on August 27th. So, as the Lord been bringing, his wrath upon, this world, as it is written, man, 2020 has surely been the year of prophecy, man. And as we always, as we've been saying, the Lord is just starting. All right, this is just the beginning of sorrows. All right, the tip of the iceberg. As time progresses, as the days get closer and closer. Okay, winter approaching. Understand that the Lord is going to bring even more devastation, even more calamity upon this place. All right, and actually, let me get a quick precept just to back that up. And people they're not being mindful of the scourges that the Lord is bringing. All right, they're not understanding that this is the judgments of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and even during these times there is still time for you Israelites to repent, but majority of you Israelites are not going to. It says Psalms 19 verse 26, Psalms 19 verse 1, Psalms 119 verse 126. It is time for thee, Yahweh, to work, for they have made void thy law. All right. And this is the workings of the Lord, man. Okay. Because this place, uplifts and promotes everything that is abominable, everything that goes against the righteous laws of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Well, the Lord has a remedy for that. Okay. As the scripture tells you that he should give every man according to his work shall be. Now, what is the work of Babylon? What are the work of these evil people in this world? It is nothing but wickedness. So you want to reap what you have sown. All right, especially here in Babylon, man. And we've been talking about the pestilences. All right, that's going to bring forth the famines. All right, and mass hysteria and chaos in this world. All right, especially here in America. It says farmers near where the storm made landfall have probably lost 300 to 400 cattle, said Dr. Craig Fontenot, a large animal veterinarian based in Villa Platte. Says they're vicious little suckers, he said. Jeremy Herbert, a LSU age center agent in Acadia Parish told USA Today Thursday that residents along the coastal marshy areas are accustomed to mosquitoes and expect the population to climb following a heavy rain. But the scale of this outbreak was much larger than Hubert expected. "Quote unquote, I've never seen Salakia, I've never experienced anything like this." Once again, going into unprecedented times, man. Because the Lord said that what? He was going to bring a time like never before. Let's get that. See what the Lord, the Lord scripture tells you that he declares the end from the beginning. So when we see these things, we're not taken back by them. We're not a surprise, man, because the Lord is bringing forth everything that he said that he was going to do, man. All right. And it's marvelous in the sight of you heathens because y'all not really understanding what is going on. All right. This is, where is it? Matthew 24. Yep, Matthew 24, start at verse 20. It says, "But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day." Yeah, because hey, like they say in Game of Thrones, winter is coming, man. Okay, and when winter came, those spirits of vengeance, aka the White Walkers, were marching on through. Well, guess what? Yahweh Shai said, "Pray not your flight be in the winter," because hey, things get much harder to do in the winter, whether it be having to travel outside. Okay, you might not be able to have heat, in your household, especially because they're making it mandatory for people to go to work. They're going to make it mandatory for people to have the vaccination. So if you don't want to take that vaccination, you might not be able to work. And if you can't work, then you can't eat, you can't provide for yourself. All right, but going on, it says, verse 21, "For then shall be great tribulation." All right, and that word tribulation means pressure. All right, it says, "Such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be." Okay, so you having things that are happening. All right, this pestilence, which is a part of the plagues of the end. Okay, actually, let me get that too. Yahweh Shai said it, that there was going to be earthquakes in right here, Matthew 24, verse 7. "For nation shall rise against nation," all right, which you have happening, the nation going into ethnos, which means ethnicities, okay, especially Jacob versus Esau is at an all-time high in time. Okay, it says kingdom against kingdom. These various different nations of very different countries are coming up against each other. It says, "And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows." Okay, so now once again, these pestilences that are happening, these are for signs, man. But a lot of people are not paying attention because they're not being mindful. Let's get that as well. But these are just the beginning of sorrow. So you see these things, should be the mindset? Your mindset should be to get right and with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, with the Creator. All right, speaking to you Israelites, with your Father. All right, Abanawa Yahweh through His Son Yahweh Shai. Repent, turn back while you have time, because the time is short, man. All right, all these things are accumulating. They're getting more intensified. Okay, and on top of that, Esau, the sword of the Lord, is about to come down with wrath upon you Israelites, man. And if you're not rooted and stable in the rock of your salvation, you're going to be taken. You're going to be swept through, man, and it's going to be an uncurable disease, pain that is going to fall upon your head. All right, Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 11 says, "But I will bring forth them." I'm just going to start at 10. "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter." All right, and that's our people. They're clueless. They're like sheep, not knowing what to do. They're going down to Egypt for help. They're just don't have wisdom, knowledge, understanding of the times. They don't understand righteousness. Separate from wickedness. They calling good evil and evil good. Okay, and all by following the ways after Satan, after the devil. Okay, and is leading them into their slaughter. It says, "I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt," speaking about specifically the elect, because right now, even though we have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, we still don't have power amongst ourselves to deliver us. So, all right, that's why we need the deliverer, who is Yahweh Shai Mashiach. Okay, with him, with the host of angels, pursuant to Daniel's 12th chapter, to give us divine intervention, to be our hedge of protection during this time. All right. It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm, which is who? The right arm of Yahweh is who? The holy arm, Yahweh Shai, and will smite Egypt with plagues as before and will destroy the land thereof. Okay. And did not the Lord smite ancient Egypt with plagues? Okay. We can get that as well. Let me finish. This says, verse 12, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. You see? So the Lord said he was going to bring this plague, all right, just like how he did in ancient Egypt. And this is modern day Egypt, which means the house of bondage. And the Lord is bringing these plagues once again, all right? And it's going to bring even greater plagues that he brought in ancient Egypt. All right, this is a book of Exodus chapter 9, verse 3. It says, behold, the hand of Yahweh is upon thy cattle, which is in thy field, upon the horses, upon the asses, upon the camels, upon the oxen, and upon the sheep. And there should be a very grievous murrain. Okay, now we go into this word murrain. Let me get this in another Bible app. Okay, because when we go into that word, it tells you what murrain means. It means pestilence. All right, and that's what these mosquitoes, that's what this influx of mosquitoes are. All right, not to forget about the locusts that is going across the world and destroying all the crops all across the world. Understand that's going to come over here to Babylon as well. So Exodus 9 verse 3, all right, it says, and there should be a very grievous murrain. You go into that word, it says what? Pestilence, a plague. And that's what these mosquitoes are becoming into, the crop and the cattle down there. All right, the cows and the oxen, all right, and the horses. They're becoming a pestilence into them. So much so that it's causing them to be killed. All right, it says in a sense of destroying. See, so these pestilence of these mosquitoes are destroying these the livestock down there in Louisiana, man. And as the scientist said, what? He said what? It was something I've never experienced anything like this. The species of mosquitoes doesn't transmit human diseases easily. Christine Navari, an extension veterinarian with LSU Ag Center, told USA Today on Thursday. Okay, but nonetheless, let's keep it moving. It says, but people in the area needed to take precaution at the peak of the outbreak, Hubert said. He remembers wearing long shirts and pants to cover skin and sprinting to his barn to avoid clouds of mosquitoes. If he went outside with skin exposed, the insects quickly covered his skin. As soon as you walked outside, your legs were turned black from the sheer amount of mosquitoes, Hubert said. So, hey, man, the Lord is doing this thing, man. All right, the Lord is bringing this wrath upon Babylon. All right, and nobody's going to be able to stop it. It's only going to get worse, only going to intensify, and it's only going to become more and more deadly. All right, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 5. Actually, let me start at verse 3. It says, a sword is sent upon you, who may turn it back? Okay, because you got Esau coming down with the military, all right, to enforce this microchip. Okay, you got the nations rising up against nations, the love of many waxing cold. So that sword is upon it. Who's going to drive it back? All right, a fire is sent among you, who may quench it? The fires that's happening over there in the West Coast. Okay, they said it was the most deadliest of fires in modern history in California. Okay, it said just in California alone, a section of California, so much acres burned. I think it says like 3.2 million acres, the size of Connecticut. Okay, you got also happening in Washington, Oregon. Okay, Nevada. All right, California. So a fire is sent. Who's going to quench it, man? These are all prophetic events that the Lord is having happen. Verse 5, plagues, okay, these pestilence are sent unto you. What is he that may drive them away? All right, so this is all the Lord's doing, man, and he's doing all these things, and people are still not being mindful. All right, this is 2nd Ezra 16, verse 18. It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils, bad times. This is what we have been warning you about through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. If you're not rooted in the Lord, man, All these things going to overcome it, and you shall not escape, as it is written in Second Thessalonians. It says, what shall I do when these evils shall come? And it's going to get to the point where people are going to lose their mind, man. They're going to legit become, as Yahweh Shai said, men's heart are going to fail them for fear, because these pestilences are going to grow more and greater and more destruction, to the point where all you're going to know is just evils, man. All you're going to be surrounded by is just calamities, anguish, trouble. All right. In your mind, if you're in people's mind are so fragile, okay, they don't have any faith, they don't have any courage, okay, that when all these things come upon them, they're just going to completely lose it. And that's why a lot of people are going to end up succumbing and taking that chip, because they're going to see Esau as their mean of being ease, man. But really, that's just you being led to your destruction, your death. All right. It says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn away. They shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. See, they're not being mindful of the scourges. And the only thing that's going to happen is only going to get worse and worse from here on out, man. So yeah, I just want to bring this out. Hey, the Lord is definitely, bringing these prophecies to pass. He's visiting the earth, which he made, as he said he will, man. So we just got to continue to watch, continue to pray that we be accounted worthy to escape these things, man. So, as it says right here in 2 Esdras 9, verse 1, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, these plagues, these pestilences, these fires, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. All right. And the Lord, he's not going to finish visiting this world until this age is destroyed. Esau is taken down and the kingdom of heaven is established through Yahweh Shai and the elect. So know that we in the end of the end. OK, and as we see these things happen, understand that it's only going to get worse. So our only thing you can do to escape it is what? Is live, the just shall live by faith, man. To keep the commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and the faith of Yahweh Shai to the best of your ability, calling upon those names while he is near, man. Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai. So with that, until next time, Shalom.